10 AM and we've nearly driven the whole way from London to Durham. This is like the opposite of how efficient Lawrence is to drive with. The drive home took so long, really? Drive up, you're just quick. Last little bit to go, almost time to see Jimmy and Emily. The sun is in my eyes.
It's like 4 G-strings or one go. There's like 4 G-strings.
So we're about to go and spend 3 weeks with Attacus up north. A fairly long bit of car journey left, even though we're very, very ahead of schedule. You've asked us some questions on Instagram. We're going to try and answer them. Brennan asks, what road trip snacks have you got? I made a load of really nice sandwiches, but Daisy's only been eating Pombears, a whole packet of cheese strings, and fizzy pigtails. Are we going to meet Chris, our friend Chris, who's currently riding every day of the Tour de France 107 miles through the UK? Yes, because he's going to be staying at Jimmy and Emily's as well. So he's staying somewhere near us when we're up there, so yeah, we're going to hopefully catch him and do some riding with him too. When is your cross-country bike coming? I've got a big box of stuff in the living room, which is all of the parts except for the frame. Wilier are releasing a new colourway, so I'm waiting for that to come out, which is in about 6 weeks time maybe. When that comes, I can build it up. Camille Pietra's 87 asks, which bib shorts are you using for long rides, struggling to find the comfort? Attacus, obviously. What is your least favourite thing about each other? From Helena.
Oh really?
Yeah.
When you chew with your mouth open, it drives me insane, like actually insane. Like repetitive noises like chewing, you know when people like bang with, bang like a pencil on the table or something like that?
Yeah, I love doing that. I love doing that. It's
something
one of my
about it
things.
Irritates me so much. So like last night for example, we're trying to get a good night's sleep and your nose is just for some reason making this like noise every time you breathed out, and I had to go sleep on the sofa because I was like just trying to get to sleep, and you know when you can't get to sleep but you're pretending that you're going to fall asleep at some point. My
one for you is leaving stuff around the house. Like when you take your cycling shoes off.
I put them away like 90%.
Put them away straight away. Sunrise or sunset? Also from Helena. Sunrise. Yeah. I've discovered I'm a morning person. I don't. Yeah, we're in bed by like 8 o'clock.
Sunset.
Yeah. Stuart Trigg asks, what's happening for video 1000? A bit like when I was about to hit 100k, I have no idea. And I'm going to decide last minute and hopefully come up with something good. Planning ahead is really not my strong point, so we'll see about that. I tend to make decisions about what the video is going to be about in the morning, so we'll see. What about Wilier and Astana? I will resume my video series with them at some point. I am just not comfortable travelling at the moment overseas because I don't want to get stuck in quarantine on the way back and stuff like that. Also, it would be carnage at the Tour de France at the moment with having to wear masks some places and then only being allowed to hang out with the team in certain areas. It's just more hassle than it's worth, so we thought we'd spend some time in the UK. Wait for things to get back to normal as much as we can. Where's the next bikepacking project going to be with Lawrence and James? That's from ZF Swan. ZF Swan. We are planning this very carefully, but again, it's dependent on travel restrictions and that kind of thing. We have discussed coming back to the USA, maybe, but again, I think they're in more lockdown and have tighter restrictions than here in the UK at the moment. So we'll just have to see how things go over the next few months. We're not doing anything this year. It will be early next year. Mark Unsworth asks, are we there yet?
We're so close!
We left at like 5 AM because we didn't want to be driving out of London in rush hour, so we've successful mission so far. What's the hardest climb you've ever done? From Dom Truslove. Call the rats.
Yeah, I've really only been riding a road bike, what, 2 months? A month, if that. But I did it faster than you thought I was going to do, didn't I?
You smashed it. That 5 minutes behind us.
That was like the biggest bonus for me, was like I was a couple of switchbacks away from the top and then you came to find me and you thought I was going to be like halfway up and then I was just like not very far.
Hardest climb I've ever done, Mortarolo, which is in the Alps, Dolomites? There you go, epic rating. It's one of the hardest climbs in the world. 11.5 Ks and nearly 11% average to the 1,852 metre summit. And it hits 18% at some point, so tough climb. Who does the laundry?
I normally always know when the basket is full, which sounds like a really stupid statement, but Francis likes to just keep shoving clothes in the basket.
No, because you press it down, it gets smaller and there's less in there. It's basically my least favourite chore. I like taking the bins out, washing up, like that's okay. Cooking, because you're making something. I think that's why I like cooking. You're making, like there's a product at the end. Whereas washing clothes, you'll just
I feel like
come out with the same clothes you put in. It's just wet. Opposite of adult asks, what's your go-to lens for filming when you're out on a ride? I nearly always ride with a Canon EOS R. It's like a mid-range full-frame camera, not the R5 or anything like that. With a 15 to 35mm lens or a 16 to 35mm lens. The 15 to 35 is more expensive, but it does actually fit the camera properly. The other one, the 16 to 35, is cheaper from Canon. They're about 600 quid, but you have to use an adapter. I think this is a really nice sweet spot for not being too expensive, that if you crash and smash the camera on the floor, it's a disaster. But the image quality is right up there with the Sony that I used to use, and it has a flippy screen on it and an external microphone hole as well, so you can get good audio out of it. 2.8 lens. It's a nice looking image. It is a little bit heavy on rides, so if you're not used to riding with a camera, it might be quite a shock. I have on the way a little Sony point and shoot for when we're doing faster rides that I was hoping would turn up before the Lake District. Unfortunately it didn't, so I had a bit of a hard time, but I'll do a more in-depth review on that when it comes. Beck Lowry asks, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
To be honest, I have no idea. I've never had a very big career ahead. I see myself in a house, still doing stuff. I don't just want to be like a typical housewife, but I do want a kid or kids. So I don't know, I have siblings and I really like it. You don't have siblings. But definitely in the next 10 years, for sure, I want to have a kid by that point. But be able to do stuff with it, that's in my head, that's kind of the dream, be able to go out and show them the world whilst they're still young and before they do school and stuff. That's what I want to do. So
what she said? I actually don't know. I don't think ahead very far, so I'm just enjoying what we're doing with the YouTube channel at the moment, and it's allowing me to ride my bike around, and that has been the goal for years. That's pretty much, that's why I started racing. I've just found another way to do it, so I'm going to carry on doing it, see where it takes us. Zeth Paterka, disc versus rim. It took me a long time to come around to disc brakes. I'm a full convert. Let's just say in the Lake District over the weekend, we're all very competent riders, quick down descents, we're pushing it, and the rim brake guys really struggled. Yeah, there might be a weight penalty, but bikes are getting lighter all the time, so what do you prefer?
Disc.
We are here so early that we're just going to meet Jimmy and Emily at their offices. They haven't even finished work.
Wow, they got the trumpets out for us.
Hello.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Sorry we're so early. I don't know how we got here so quick.
How was your turbo drive?
Yeah, well, she just speeds 100 mile an hour the whole way.
You have a jet car.
That was a joke. A jet car?
Yeah, a jet engine.
Taking over Mercedes and Audi drivers.
It's taken over overtaking.
What did I say?
We need to feed her.
Feed it
food.
There you go.
But she's only eating Percy pigs and crisps the whole way up.
He kept me up all night because his nose was making a noise.
What
so
noise?
annoying. If you breathe in and out and your nose is whistling, and the end it would just be like.
It's not like a firework. It's just.
There was a whistling noise as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I know. For all the time we spent together sleeping.
JJJ Jordan Thompson asks, when's Daisy going to start her own channel?
Oh.
Give the people what they want, Daisy.
It's all compilation videos of you scaring Francis away.
So, it is now the next morning. Big thanks for watching today's video. Bit of a different style Q&A. We had a long journey and I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update. Some good riding planned up here. Currently, I don't have a bike with me though. I've left my Zero SLR at home because Wilier are posting a bike that I think has been in the hands of GCN for me to test. It's like a mid-range carbon aero something. Anyway, that should be arriving today. I hope they don't mind me riding it on gravel. Thank you as always for watching. Please leave a comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.